Hey, everybody. On today's show, we are going to recap some of 2020's most memorable pop culture events. We're going to do a couple movie reviews of Wonder Woman and Prom. And we are going to do It's Science with Rob because there's been some weird stuff happening in the universe. So grab a drink and enjoy the show. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Who Invited Her. We are San Diego's LGBTQ pop culture podcast. I am your host, Tony, and I'm here with, he looks just like an Amazon picture. I'm going to mess this up. Just like an Amazon purchase. He looks better in the picture. It's Bash.
Oh, fuck you. Hello.
and he's that Christmas ornament that goes in the back of the tree. It's Eric.
Hi.
And like the Titanic, he only goes down on his maiden voyage. It's producer Rob running the show.
Hi, everybody, I'm here too.
And everybody, we have a very special guest. She's been on the show a couple times, and we haven't heard from her. We're visiting with her this episode. Nina Bel Vande is going to be co-hosting the show with us. Welcome, Nina.
Hi, guys. Good
Yes.
to be back.
You're back. You're back. It's been a while. It's been like a good year because I think you came
Been a
last
hot minute.
episode you were on was the beginning of season 3. And we're
Oh,
on,
okay,
yeah,
so
that was a
it
year
has been
ago.
a while.
It's been
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
So we're going to catch up with you. We're going to get into stuff for the new year. So we just got out of Christmas. Christmas was yesterday. How was everybody's Christmas in COVID times?
Oh, God, so much booze.
So much booze.
So much,
It was.
like more than I care to admit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're a married lady now because last time you were on the show, you were getting married. You were taking off and getting hitched. So how's married life been?
Boring. Okay. Let me preface this with I feel bad saying that, but
Yeah.
we had dated for so long beforehand that like getting married, it didn't really change anything. It was just like, okay, so we're just gonna have a really big party with all of our family and friends, and that's it. Like it wasn't like a big thing for us. It was just like,
Yeah.
okay, we're
It was a
married.
party.
I mean, yeah, it was a party where we got drunk, and my brother should not have been there. He cannot handle his beer. He found out. He ended up requesting nothing but My Chemical Romance songs and dancing by himself on the dance floor.
I mean, come on. That's kind of like you're not going to forget that at a wedding.
Not at all. No.
Yeah.
He was living his best life, and I'm for it, but I was like, baby, come on. Everyone went home like half an hour ago. We gotta go.
You're like, I'm tired. Get off the dance floor. No more Chemical Romance.
Like, I'll play it in the car for you. Come on, come home, baby. So, but it
How
was good.
how have you been through COVID and lockdown and all that? How are you guys coping with it?
Just a lot of handicrafts, you know, a lot
Handicrafts.
of
Oh,
sewing,
at least you're
a
being
lot of-
productive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I start them, I don't finish them.
Oh,
You're like-
I have that problem. I have
I
that
have like
problem.
10 projects, but
Yeah.
I think 2 of them are done.
So for
Fine.
people who need a refresher, Nina is like the burlesque queen. If you're in San Diego, before COVID, you would have seen her at Miriam's Tea Party, her own show, at Martini's, which unfortunately closed down. It was a great venue.
Yeah.
So how
Right?
has that been for you since now you're not able to do the burlesque? So how are you still doing that like on video or what are you doing with that now?
I don't really, okay, so I know that a lot of performers are doing their shows on video, and this is not, I'm not trying to bring shade to them or spill any tea or anything. That's just not my thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't, I have tried the video thing, and it doesn't come across as well as when I perform on stage. And that's not a performer problem. That's just, you don't have the lights, you don't have the room. Like, you know, being in your living room is a different type of background than an actual stage behind you. And it just kind of, it doesn't lower the quality, but it just doesn't give it that oomph. I would say. So
Yeah.
I haven't really been doing that. I've just been taking a break. I know when we had, when, you know, the good old days when California was open in the summer, some shows were kind of coming back, and I was doing that. You know, I was performing in a mask, and which was fine. You know, it was still fun. But once that went away, I just decided to, you know what, maybe I'll just take a break because I just.
Because the other thing with watching you perform, you feed off the audience like nobody's business.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, if everyone's feeling it, I can bring it. If it's like crickets, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm done here.
But you did start an OnlyFans.
I did. Yes. I didn't want to at first, just not because, you know, oh, well, I don't, you know, I'm better than that. Like, it's not that at all. It's just, I didn't know how to do it. Yeah. I'm old. I'm not.
Oh God! Don't even. You're not old, please.
I just didn't know how to do it, and so I literally had one of my younger friends. She was like, she grabbed my phone. She was like, "This is how you do it. Here's your account." I'm like, okay.
So
yeah. So I've been like starting to feel it out. You know, I only have, I think, a few subscribers, but I only started it in summer. So
there you go.
I'm fascinated by this process because I know a few people that have started it up, and like, how does it work? So you just start a page, and do they like market for you, or is that all your responsibility and they just take a cut and that's how it works?
Yeah, it's all your responsibility, and I could be getting my numbers wrong. I think they only take 5% of what you make.
That's not terrible.
It's honestly, it's one of the better platforms for that type of self-marketing because, you know, other ones take, you know, 7 or 10 or even 20%. So I think it's on the lower spectrum, which is why it's becoming so popular. But yeah, you're responsible for putting your own content on there, for promoting yourself, for doing your own. You can do like your own specials, like buy 1 month, get a month free. Like that's all. It's up to you. You get to handle every aspect, which is kind of nice. It leaves a lot of leeway, but you gotta like really be involved in it. Like you gotta be.
You gotta work.
Yeah.
So can people like discover you on it through like hashtags for burlesque or something, or does it just you? There's no way to find you unless they know of you and like you're just putting yourself out there.
I think if you go to the actual OnlyFans website and you create an account as just like a subscriber, you can kind of like
pick your specialties.
Yeah, you can kind of like search for people if you know their name, but there's also, you know, just kind of like browsing in general. If you kind of just like, don't know what you want, but you just kind of want to see what's out there. So you can find people that way.
But it's not like TikTok where you're just flicking through and it's like
random
stuff coming through.
So Nina, what can people expect to see on your OnlyFans?
So as a subscriber, just generally, you're going to get a lot of burlesque content. You're going to get a lot of, you know, backstage pictures. You're going to get a lot of candid photos of me on stage. Occasionally, I'll post a 10 to 15 second video of me performing on stage. Since I haven't been able to perform a lot, it's a lot of like selfies in my bedroom. That's all I got. Sorry, not sorry. I definitely want to, you know, kind of give people that more, you know, stuff that they don't see. Like I want the more backstage stuff. I want to see the process of me creating an actor, an outfit, just kind of stuff that people don't normally see. For the secret menu, I'm not above sex work. So like I've had guys that have messaged me and they want kind of like some fetish stuff, and I'm like, okay, do you want like pasties? Do you want no pasties? Like I have different scaling for each, and I have one customer that like just wants to see me topless and will pay a lot of money for it, and I'm like, I want to do that. Like that's like, okay. Well, because like I show myself about 95% of myself on stage all the time. So like to just do a topless photo for as much as they're paying me, I'm like,
fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't. Yeah, I mean, whatever.
So fascinating.
I don't get the topless thing anyway. It's not a big deal to start with. It's just, you know.
No, it's not. But think of it this way. Here in the U.S., it's more taboo, I guess you could say, than like overseas.
I just think it's so sexist.
I know,
think it's the most sexist
I agree with you 100%.
thing about our entire society. Like,
I agree.
how come I could go to the beach with my shirt off and a woman? It's like, eh. So dumb. I don't get it.
Yeah, but so how much is it to subscribe to your OnlyFans? Because I'm sure people are going to be wondering after this.
Yeah.
It's only $15 a month.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, again, like the typical stuff that you're going to see is not very, risque. It's very like basically what you're going to see on stage, but just like a little bit extra.
Right.
The
Yeah.
racier stuff, you gotta like message me privately.
So okay, I have a
Oh.
question because, like, we were talking before the show. I have a friend. We were talking about last night about a friend of theirs who her career is OnlyFans. Like, she is making bank, but she does everything. Like a lot of fetish stuff. Like I was telling you guys, like guys will message her just to have her fart on camera and pay her a bunch of money. Like, where is your line? Like, where do you draw the line and go, maybe not?
Okay. So probably I would say like no, like nothing vaginal. Like I don't think I would ever do any pictures.
But that's
or
not your like
vaginal.
your thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's okay. It's like I would, but nobody would pay for it. I mean, like I would like $5,000 and you can like see a picture of it, like, but nobody would ever do that. So that's why I'm like, that's off the table.
Oh,
but I mean,
okay.
when I was a stripper, like I had dudes with fetishes, like, can I smell your armpit or can I like smell your butthole? Like, let me. I know it's so weird. But
Wait, I have a question. So the first time a guy had this fetish and they were like, Nina Bel, can I smell your butthole? What was your initial reaction? Were you like, wait a minute? Did you first go, what did I eat last night? Or like, were you like, give me a minute? Because I don't know what I would do.
Okay, so first of all, I had just gotten off stage, so I was glistening. Let's say that. And I told him, I was like, look, I just got off stage. I'm a little sweaty. Like maybe like let me freshen myself up. He's like, no. I like that's why I'm asking you. Like, it's like, so you want me like you don't want me to dance for you privately? You just want me to bend over and just like smell my ass, and I'm gonna charge you per song. He's like, that's fine. So I was like, okay, if I don't have to do anything, sure. Like, okay. 5 songs later, I'm like, you still good? All right, cool. It's the like people with fetishes it's the easiest thing because they will pay top dollar.
I know.
You really don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
So I'm about it. I will do anything. I don't care.
And clearly you don't have like a jealous husband. So like, how does he feel about it? Yeah.
He doesn't care. Like, I mean, he just says like whatever photos that you send somebody else, he wants them too. So I'm like, fair enough.
There you go. Would he ever do anything with you on camera for OnlyFans?
Ooh.
We've had a talk about that, and he actually brought it up. He was like, if people want to watch us fuck, I'm down. And I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything, but I was thinking it, and I'm glad you brought it up first.
Wow. Because I remember when you were talking about him, I think it was on the last show, you were like, yeah, he has a nice sized dick. So it would be
What fetish things do you guys think you could get away with, Eric and Tony?
Oh God.
That's a good question.
The question is, what haven't I done? Let's
What do you
start
think you'd
there.
excel at? What would people pay you for? Is my
That's a good question. Eric, do you? Well, we know.
I think I know mine.
Well, what is yours?
Well,
What is yours?
I have very small feet, so I think I would get like little lotus blossom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little lotus blossom dainty feet.
I have like the ancient Chinese like crushed foot. Like it's just
you have
a
little-
tiny foot.
What size shoe are you?
I think I'm an 8 on a good day.
Ooh.
Dang.
Yeah, that's like the smallest they sell in stores.
Well, there
Which
was
is great,
that.
which I actually love because they
Yeah.
always have shoes my size.
There
Yeah.
was
So-
one, I want to say it was on Halloween. You borrowed a pair of my boots for the costume I threw together, and they were like boats on you.
Yeah, I couldn't. even.
Yeah.
I was like, "Do you have any newspaper?"
Can I stuff the toe? What about you, Eric? Fetish. What would people pay to
I don't
see you
know.
do?
I mean, my foot isn't that big. I'm an 11 and a half, so that's not like, I don't know. What would you guys have any? Would you? I don't know.
People on the show know you from your original premiere episode where you were all about fisting. So, I mean, you can go back to your roots.
I'd have to go back to the way back in
To
time,
the future.
Yeah.
like a year ago.
Yeah. A year ago. I don't know what mine would be, Rob. What would mine be?
You're tall.
Your fetish?
What would
Not-
what would people pay to see you or I do on an
Oh,
OnlyFans?
God.
Can they just pay us, like, watch us in bed, just eating
I
and
have
watching
it.
Netflix? I'm sure
I have
somebody
it.
has it.
There is an eating fetish. There is a thing where people
Rob, we
get
could
paid
do
to just
this.
watch you eat.
Rob, we
Really?
can do this.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
like specific things or like just anything?
It all depends. Like somebody, may want you to eat something specific, or they could I just want you to eat like your favorite food, or I want you to eat something super greasy. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of open
I
end. But like
wonder if there's
a
anybody
thing-
out there that, because I cannot handle spicy food, and if you want to pay me and watch
I
me
would pay
burn
for
my
this.
tongue off
I would,
and
I would
like
send,
Yeah,
sweat
be
like
like
a
a pain
pig,
fetish.
I would
Yeah.
send you like
watch
Reaper
me
chilies.
shut up. I'd be like, fuck you, Bash. I know this came from you.
So Robbie's gonna feed you spicy food, but he's only gonna say anything to you in German. That's
Yes,
what it is.
and he's gonna,
Love
it's
it.
gonna be like he'll wear lederhosen and everything, and he's only gonna talk in German for the video. I mean,
Honestly, if you add a little bit of crying, it could really. bring
I'll
up
turn
the
on the
top.
waterworks like that. Meryl
Yeah, I
Streep,
love you.
move aside. Nina, you can direct it. You can direct it. She's like, more tears, more
Done.
tears. I want to see the
Yes.
pain.
Like Rob, be a little bit more forceful.
Yeah. Have you heard him speak German? It's pretty forceful.
Yeah.
I don't know what
it's
goes
a
on
little
in that,
rough.
that other.
That
side of the
could be a
apartment.
thing. That could be a thing. We could do that, Rob. Make a little extra
Okay.
money.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like how Eddie says. Everybody's got
Yeah.
a thing. If
Everybody's
you're
got a
willing to
thing.
fill that niche, they're gonna pay for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I need to figure
And they
something
will,
out.
yeah, they will. They'll pay for it too, because like normally people aren't comfortable doing this. So when they
Right.
find somebody that will do it and not judge them for it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they'll pay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
Jesus.
Huh.
Well, I want to find out, Bashi and Eric, what you guys did for Christmas yesterday. Christmas
Oh,
Day.
switching
Christmas Eve.
gears.
Yeah, just for a little bit, and then we're gonna get back to this.
Me and my family had formed a bubble, and it was fine. We played games. They have
Yeah.
no furniture, no television, so
'Cause
it
you
was
bought
like
the
the
new house, right?
1800s.
Yeah.
Yep.
What
it
about
was
you,
fun.
Eric? Did you stay in
So,
San Diego, or did you go
I-
visit family?
Well, I went to go see Lorenzo for Christmas Eve, and then I was gonna go and be with my brother, kind of like family bubble,
Yeah.
and they had a COVID scare where somebody they had spent
Dude.
time with the days before found out they tested positive. We literally just got the results back like before the show, so they're negative. So
good.
that's great to hear.
Good,
But
good.
God.
yeah, it's like, so I couldn't see them. I had to
Yeah.
just go back home, and I had Panda Express delivered last night.
Ooh,
sounds so
Chinese
good.
food
Alone.
on Christmas is good.
So this week my mom came over and we drank champagne and we made a shit ton of tamales. That came
How
out
many?
amazing.
Yeah, you made like 90.
We made a lot of tamales. There was a lot of tamales. They came
I-
out really good.
I had no idea that was like the norm that
Yeah.
Mexican families
Oh,
make like
you
Yeah.
should
80 to
see
90
how
to
much
100.
our family in Tucson make. They make like how much, Rob? They make like 20 dozen. Like there are so many tamales when we
Well,
go back home.
There's
like,
an
for-
assembly line, like
Oh,
yeah.
like each
yeah.
person has a job, and like
This I know the process, but I always thought I was special when like my coworkers or acquaintances would give me tamales, and I was like, oh my god, thank you. Like,
Yeah.
but no, they made 300. So it
Well,
doesn't
see,
fucking
my
matter.
original
Oh.
thought this year was like, well, I was thinking like if we were in normal times and everybody came over and we were doing our regular show, we would have done a snack themed thing again, and we would have had tamales on the show and be eating them and stuff in our faces. But I did that, and then on Christmas Eve we went to our friend Dwayne because he's part of our little bubble, the only person we see, and he's pretty much a hermit. And he made dinner, and we watched Christmas stuff and drank. And then yesterday we were at my sister's with the kids, who were
Nice.
insane because it's like they're 3 and 1, so Christmas is just like wah. Yeah, I was exhausted when I came home. I was like, I'm done. Oh, and I got the best present. Rob, do you want to grab the present really quick that you got me?
Okay.
I
Oh,
got
yeah.
something that I really, really, really wanted, and Olive People, well, yeah, here in SoCal, people appreciate it, but Rob's gonna go grab it. What about you, Nina? What did you guys do for the holidays on Christmas Eve and day?
So Christmas Eve, we just opened
No,
presents.
Nina.
Oh.
God, look at her. She's like, it's all about me.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I forgot I went.
Have another drink, Bash.
Drink your juice,
Okay.
Shelby. Drink your juice.
Nina, what did you do for Christmas?
We're so boring. We're actually following guidelines, so we're staying the
good
fuck
for you.
at home. And the other day I baked a bunch of cookies, which I probably won't eat, and just drank. Like, because we
that's all
woke
you
up,
can
and I'm
do.
just like, what do we do? Like, we can only watch so much TV. We can only play so many video games. Like,
Yeah.
let's just drink. Like,
'Cause-
and then of course, we talk to the families and stuff. But
Yeah.
Wait a
that's it.
minute.
all you
What
can do.
cookies and what video game?
Okay, so I made a cookie that's kind of a mix between an oatmeal cookie and a chocolate chip cookie, but no raisins.
Oh, thank
Oh,
God. Okay,
perfect.
Great. Love those.
Perfect. Perfect.
I made those, and I ended up playing Conkers Bad Fur Day, which I don't know if anyone even
What's
knows.
that?
What is
It's
that?
so old. It's like it came out like Nintendo 64. It's old. Like I played it in middle school.
Wait, what system did you play it on now?
So they did a remake for it on the Xbox.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I play on the Xbox, and it's the dumbest video game. It's hilarious. But it's about a
is it?
squirrel that is
Oh.
trying to find his way home, but he has to like do all these little adventures to try to get home. And these
I love it.
it gets better because like these adventures are like I had to tickle a sunflower so that she would expose her breasts and a bee fucked her.
I want this game
Wow.
now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That you would love it because I just defeated a level where there was this gigantic furnace that was British, and he had these massive brass balls that I had to take cinder blocks and smash his balls until they fell off.
Wow. This sounds like every gay man's video game.
Yeah.
It's
It
like
sounds-
a squirrel
It's so out
during
there.
is you and your squirrel friends during Pride. That's what it sounds like.
It's so out there, and you have to get drunk and like pee
What
on
is
the
it?
fires to put them out.
And you're a squirrel? Your character?
You're a squirrel.
What is
and,
this
like,
game called again?
Conkers Bad Fur Day.
Conkers Bad Fur Day.
Yeah,
Jesus
that's
Christ. I
okay.
need to find this game.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Untitled Goose Game?
Oh god.
It
Yeah.
sounds very similar. That's
I
was
love that game.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I just like
I
fucking
love that
little
game.
boy. I like
Right.
making That's so bad, but I'm like, fuck you.
I
Fuck
think they
you.
should
Take
I
out
think
your
they
anger
should
on the
just-
little boy.
I think they should make a new version of Grand Theft Auto where it's just
Yeah.
San Diego, but it's just people annoying me and
Oh,
I fuck with
God.
them throughout my day. Like, that should be a video.
So real
game.
life. So
Yeah.
so
Untitled
what I
Goose Game is
got
supposed
for
to say.
Christmas from Robbie, because anybody who listens to this show knows I love to take part in my cannabis. So I got a new bong.
Oh, it's
Wow.
beautiful.
It's
Is
like
that
brass looking, and it has like this honeycomb design on the side, and then a
I
percolator,
love it.
and it's like yellow, gold, and copper color.
How
Isn't it
pretty.
Wow.
Be really pretty.
Nice job, Rob.
I am gonna use it today after the show. That is my goal while I eat my tamales.
I didn't know you were still smoking out of bongs.
Yeah, I went old school. I was like,
Oh.
yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna go old school, do it out of a bong once in a while. Why
I've
not?
never owned one. I don't think.
Yeah, it's a smoother hit than a pipe. I like that. And I know you, Bashy, you don't like to do the flower. You like the cartridges or edibles.
No,
right?
but when I used to use a little tiny pipe.
oh, okay.
It was compact and portable, and I
Just
took
like
it everywhere.
you, just like you. But yeah, no, that's what's like. I was telling Rob, like, I want a pretty bong. Get me something that doesn't look like a bong and it looks like an art piece. I'll be happy.
It looks like something from Super Mario came alive.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
Speaking
I
of
really
video
like
I
it.
games.
want to see it now.
I know, right? Should we do one of our segments we haven't done in a very, very long time?
No.
Really? Wow, just
Let's go.
wow, just put the brakes on the show. Can we get him on? You're on break next week. You're on break next week, you fucking piece of shit.
It's science.
Oh, I love this one.
Right. It's science with Rob. We haven't done an It's Science probably since what, Robbie? The beginning of the this season?
No, we did one on the relax episode. I think
Oh,
that was
that's
the
right.
last time we did it.
So, Robbie, let's get some science.
Okay,
Let's do
well,
this.
we just wanted to have an It's Science with Robbie, and I need to put my glasses on for this so that at least I can see my notes. But it was a big day in space. Who knew? There's like more going on in the universe than what Donald Trump is doing day to day. So, like, for one thing, this week on Monday, December 21st, was the December solstice. So for us, it was
December
the winter
solstice.
solstice. That means it's the first day of winter. It's the shortest day of the year. It's only going to get more daylight from here. So that was good, right?
Yeah.
But also on that day, even bigger news was the Great Conjunction, and every time I hear it, I think of Charlie Brown.
The Great Pumpkin.
The Great Conjunction, Charlie Brown is what it sounds like. But if you don't know what that is, so every 20 years, Saturn and Jupiter merge in the sky. And so it kind of looks like one giant, big, bright star.
Mm-hmm.
So even though it happens every 20 years, this was like the closest it's been in about 400 years. And it's the best you could see it in about 800 years. So you wouldn't have been able to see it like this bright since like the 1200s.
Wow.
So there have been like
Whoa.
webcasts around the world for this. Like people were looking forward to this for like forever. So it's like this cool thing. And it's one of the things people thought might have been the Star of Bethlehem back in the Bible when they saw this in the sky.
Really?
It's one of the theories that it could have been. So
Wasn't
you see
this
it?
also supposed to like align energy for like you're on that day you put whatever you want to happen for the next year out there or something? I was reading on that on top.
I don't know
TikTok or
that.
something.
I don't know that.
I don't know.
That could be, if anybody else knows. But anyway, I just want to put that out there. So, the other thing is, like, even though like the planets are hundreds of millions of miles apart, for us it's all in alignment. But also, if you take your age and you add the number 60 to it, if that is not an astronomical number, you may be alive in 2080 and see this again, where it's supposed to be even brighter than it was this year, because it's
I might be
also
alive.
supposed to happen at nighttime for
Yeah,
us,
I'll
so
be
you can see
dead.
it. Because if it happens during the day, we don't really notice it, but if
Yeah.
it happens at night, so yeah, we'll probably
Interesting.
all be
Okay.
dead. But for
be
anybody
dead.
listening, so that's it. And the other big news that came out this week was
This was weird.
that they announced, the Guardian announced that last year they detected a signal from outer space, and they don't know what it is because it doesn't really match like any natural stuff, radio signals. So the nearest solar system to us, by the way, in case you don't know, is Proxima Centauri, and that's where the sound came from. And it was also at 980 megahertz, which means there's not a lot of satellites or man-made signals
Things that
coming
can
from
do it.
Earth that are on that same radio frequency. So even though it could be completely mundane, they haven't seen a signal like this since 1977's WOW signal, for those of you that know what that is.
The movie Contact is based
Contact.
off of that. Yeah.
Hugh Katya and Trixie.
Yeah.
Can I out nerd Rob?
Go.
Okay. So to elaborate on the Proxima Centauri thing, I read an article that was a little bit more pessimistic, because not only is there a habitable zone around a star that they have to like account for, and it
Yeah.
is likely that, it could be a civilization that sent that signal, but there's also a habitable zone within the galaxy.
Okay.
So scientists think that there were civilizations within our galaxy, but they're all dead because they
What?
self-annihilated already.
This is a lot of science.
And we're
And we're-
working on it.
And we're one exactly. And we're one of the outer ones. We're one of the last
Yeah.
ones to form a civilization.
Well, they did notice though that the symbol or the signal kind of moved a little bit.
Yeah.
So it kind of suggests that it came from an actual planet, and they do know that there is a rock planet in the solar system. So
Which is likely, Rob, but they're probably dead by now.
maybe.
Probably.
They're
Have
probably-
By
you
the time that
seen
sound
on
reaches us.
Netflix that TV series Alien Worlds, where they do like
Oh, I tried, Tony. I tried.
we went through one episode and I was like,
I couldn't
this
do
is
it.
a
This is too
lot.
much. I was like, there's not enough weed in this world.
This is
to
a lot.
engage.
So what they do is they kind of say if we could go to these planets far, 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 far away and see what life is on them, this is what it would look like. And they do CGI creatures and give you like a documentary of life on that planet. But some of the stuff, like we
It was
watched
so
the first,
out there.
it was like, I was like
Like they
I
were
could
balloon
not have-
animals, like
Yeah,
they
it was
inflated
weird.
and went up into. It was like, meh, no.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like it's an interesting concept, but you got to be real. Can you imagine dropping acid and watching that? Oh my god, that would be horrible. Or do shrooms on it? No.
Or great.
Yeah,
Or
or
what?
great, life changing.
Yeah.
But Rob, is that it for science?
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Rob.
Rob.
Thanks for nerding out for a little bit.
I just thought we'd take a break maybe from you know the drag and the penises and say, hey, the planets are doing stuff.
They are. God love them.
But since we're talking about planets, do you guys want to hear your 2000 or 2021 predictions for your signs? Allure magazine
good?
came out with an. They were all of them are good because we had a shitty 2020, so I think they all were
There's
like
nowhere to go but up from here.
exactly,
I hope
Nina,
so.
exactly. So let's start with Virgo because Rob and Miss Miriam too, who is not here this week. Virgo, as the healer of the zodiac, 2020 kept you busy, Virgo. When you weren't out there giving out masks and delivering meals, you became an emotional net for your friends and family, Rob. And it's likely you overextended yourself. This is true with you. This year, it may be helpful to work through the trauma you've experienced, either by getting a therapist, meditating, or simply making more time for long walks. Doing things that make you calm and balance your life is going to produce bounties for 2021, all you Virgos out there. I know.
This is like not a real horoscope. Tony's just.
Oh, I know.
giving
It's Allure
boyfriend
magazine.
advice.
Hello, it's scientific. It's Allure magazine. It's Allure magazine. If you want to see the article from Allure magazine, we'll put it on the website. Because I was looking at other ones and they were all like very, very like this star, and I was like, no, just give me something stupid. So I went to Allure magazine.
I like Allure.
Do you want to hear yours, Bashi, for Libras?
Sure.
I thought yours was funny.
Shoot the
actually.
shit. What are they saying about Libra?
As a sign of partnerships and balance, 2020 did a number on you. No shit. Not only was the world total chaos, but you had to primarily switch to flirting via sexting.
I did nothing of the sort, actually.
which while
don't believe
fun,
it.
it is not the same as batting your eyelashes in real life.
That
However,
is a bold-faced lie.
However, you still managed to get your fair share of attention through sexting, apparently, Bashi.
I really didn't.
This year offers a chance at healthy, stable, and long-term love. You just need to keep your eyes and heart open. What do
Okay.
you think of that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think that's fun. I think it's a whole astrology. Let's do Sagittarius because Nina, you're Sag, right?
I am.
Yeah, let's see what 2021 holds for you. Last year was rough on everyone. Sagittarius, but you felt super hard as a fire sign who loves to be the life of the party. When parties are canceled, you may have wondered what the point of all of it is. And give into doom. God, this is like, and give into doom scrolling as a substitute. This year, you'll find purpose again. 2021 asks you to prioritize your health, both mental and emotional. You'll feel much better when you start listening and tending to your needs. Is that right on? Is that anything close? You are the life of the party.
Hey, see, that's where I'm like, because
Yeah, I
I'm
can see
paid
that.
to be. Because
True.
I'm actually, but I'm an introvert, so like if left to my own devices, I would prefer just like a bar with like one or two friends
See,
in
I'm
the
the same
corner
way.
where
I agree. I don't think
Yeah.
this has taken a very huge toll on me mentally, but we'll see what happens in February.
Actually, this has been, I know, in February. This has
Still
all
laying
been
trauma.
Yeah. This has been really interesting because I thought you were the one who was going to have the major meltdowns, which you had a couple, but you've been okay with it, Bash, during this
For
whole.
me, I
COVID.
do best under crisis, I think.
Yeah.
You do work well under crisis.
In peacetime, I'm annoying as fuck and I'm screaming at every little thing. But when
Yes.
things really hit the fan, I'm like, Wah.
Yeah.
I
So
think you need the distraction. I think
you
it's actually
do.
good for you.
You do.
Mhm.
For this is so weird because Eric is a Capricorn, but he is so not a Capricorn. It's so
Well,
bizarre.
maybe it'll make sense.
Yeah, let's see what Capricorn has. So, dear Capricorn, pay attention because you're going to like what you read. After the hellscape that was 2020, this year puts your career and money center stage. In particular, you will benefit from leaning into what you love and whatever it is that brings you the most satisfaction. While we all must take what we can get in this economic time, this year asks you to take risks and reap the financial rewards. So your career sounds like it's going to be good next year.
Can I have Eric's?
I know. Can I have Eric's, please? Can I have Eric's?
I like that a lot. That sounds
yours
great.
is good. Jeez.
Yeah.
I don't even know what mine is. Mine is Aquarius. Let's do mine really quick. You care about your community, Aquarius, and the events of 2020 gave you plenty of chances to keep busy by lending a hand. Whether you became your family's point person or organized the Zoom holidays or I know, shut up.
Or every Saturday.
Saturday. Or dove into activism, you likely stayed so busy tending to others that you forgot about your own needs. Now, 2021 shines a spotlight on you, precious water barrier, and it's time to step into it. So that's kind of right on. I've been busy. Yeah. But we'll have the website for Laura's predictions for your horoscopes on our website. So if you want to look yours up, you can go there. But I thought that was interesting. Like, everybody got something good for 2021.
Yeah, we all got good ones.
Yeah, that's good.
So since we're rounding out the year, we're going to be done with it. Do you guys have any of your favorite like pop culture moments that happened this year that you can think of? Anybody?
I have one.
Go ahead.
It seems like a million years ago because it happened before COVID. So it literally seems like 5 years ago. But J-Lo and Shakira for the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Doesn't it seem a long time ago?
That was this year.
Long time ago.
That was this year.
This was this year, yeah. That's crazy. So some of the stuff that made the list, according to Pop Sugar Magazine, is Dolly Parton came in on the list as funding COVID vaccine and just being Dolly Parton. She had a good
Dolly.
2020. She really did. She had a resurgence. We talked about this on another show, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm thinking about the Trixie and Katya where they like analyzed her show though.
Oh yeah. The one with the, did you see that, Nina?
She's like the whole hallway.
It was Dolly Parton
Can't even
Netflix where she played a homeless angel.
It's
that
so
looked
funny.
Fabulous.
Okay, I didn't see that one, but I saw the Dolly Parton, I think it was on Netflix, where she had, like she did like a little show for one of her famous songs.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called.
Oh, it's Heartstrings, her Heartstrings series, right?
Okay, I saw that one. That was something to sew to.
There you
It
was entertaining.
Dolly's year, I think.
It
was
was.
good.
Yeah. So the other one that made the list, Taylor Swift released 2 albums in 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah. We can skip that because I'm not. It was okay. We talked about folklore, Eric and I, on the show, and we were like, meh.
I like Evermore. So I
Evermore is the other
one.
one. Yeah, Evermore is a little better than I think folklore.
And it was explained to me why I like Evermore because I was like, why do I like this and couldn't stand folklore? But she used drum instruments, so there's more of a bass beat in Evermore, which are not in folklore. So I was like, oh, that makes sense why I like it because it needed some beats.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
I haven't ever been like a huge fan of hers, but I respect her for fighting the fucking music industry to get her masters back.
Sure. So the next one is, I don't know if you guys watch The Masked Singer, but Wendy Williams was on the Masked season. So and it was awful, pretty much. And it,
So
and
good.
it spawned so many memes because she was
I
a
don't get
giant.
that show.
I know. Rob loves that show. Rob is obsessed with Masked Singer. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the next one is, and I agree with this 100%, the ridiculous Supernatural season finale. After 15 seasons, they ended it this year with a horrible season finale. It was such a letdown for any of the fans of Supernatural.
Does anyone watch that except for Tony?
I know a few people. Dwayne binged the whole thing.
I don't watch it, but I've gotten into random Wikipedia spirals on the happenings of that show, and I didn't know there was like a shipping of two men on that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that is? Like
A shipping, like ship.
yeah,
them
it
away?
means that they like the fans like materialized a gay relationship from two actual characters that wasn't actually canon.
Oh yeah. It's all like part of the fan fiction that people did for this show. Putting
Yeah,
the two brothers in a relationship.
No, it wasn't them.
No, it was just the actors.
It was I don't know. I don't know the details of the show, but
She's high.
sometimes I get high and I read Wikipedia for a really long time.
Who hasn't? The next one, oh, this one is annoying. Tiger King was a big
I
pop
loved
culture
Tiger
thing.
King.
Nina's shaking her head. Did you watch it, Nina?
Watched it, and I want to know why we touched on the topic of I forgot the names already, but the one dude, the main character that's in prison,
Yeah.
he was starving his tigers, and then we had another one that had like a sex cult that
Yes.
shouldn't be in
They're all
jail.
fucked up.
But everyone's takeaway was maybe Carol Baskin killed her husband. I'm like,
Yeah.
What about the rest of the show and all these idiots?
hey, like we have an actual like sex cult. And everyone's like, meh.
Meh.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Our national priorities are pretty fucked, but I think
Yeah.
that's
Listen, I'm
obvious.
not saying that like, oh, let's forget it. You know, like if she really did kill her husband, like by all means, let's address it. But can we address all the shit on the table?
yeah, you're right.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Jeez, the other big thing this year, Quibi's extremely short existence. Do you even remember this? This
Yeah.
app that was
Quibi.
like for short format videos and programming that you can get on your phone. And like Willem, a bunch of drag queens had shows on there. And it literally lasts for what, Eric? Like 2 months? And then it just
Yeah,
disappeared?
so every show was under 15 minutes, and the whole idea was that it's all filmed in portrait mode, so you could like watch it while on the go. And they launched it the week before COVID started, so no one was on the go.
Yeah.
No one watched it. They dumped a ton of money into like
it.
all these huge stars, and
Yeah.
then it shut down like 3 months later.
I know. It's so
I
sad.
I think we need to fight short attention spans. That's got to be the next goal for the next 10
But
years.
Bashi,
because
no, that is because of social media, TikTok, Instagram.
I know we
all
have
of
to
that.
stop it. It's like how there was the movement like a few years ago called slow food, and it was an antithesis to fast food when McDonald's was like a really big problem and giving people diabetes and shit.
Yeah.
And that's when like
Farm to table.
Super
started
Size
becoming-
Me came
yeah.
out and Farm to Table became more popular.
Yeah.
I don't like that media all lasts 15 seconds or less, and that's like the attention span of everybody. Like we need to stop that. People need to listen to more podcasts, need to watch like hour-long programs, and need to watch series that last.
Invest your time.
Yeah.
some time. So the next
I don't
one,
like
speaking
it.
of Tiger King, it was another big pop culture thing that happened this year. Carol Bass is dancing on
the
Dancing with the Stars to Eye of the Tiger. Have you seen any of the videos that people have done of that? It is hilarious. It is hilarious. It really is. The next one, and we all remember this from the debates, Pence
Fly.
and the Fly.
There it is.
That broke like Twitter. Do you remember that? We were
That
all
was
texting each
amazing.
other.
That was
so
really
good.
funny.
It really,
Oh
really
my
was.
God.
I mean, and then the interview they did with Kamala Harris, and she's like, "Yes, I saw it. The fly on."
She didn't say shit.
Yeah. I thought it was hilarious. And then the other big thing is, within the celebrity realm, Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt reunited this year with the reunion of Fast Times at Ridgemont High. If anybody saw that on YouTube, I think it was on. They did it on YouTube and they did it on NBC, where they did a stage reading with a bunch of A-list celebrities, and they did the whole movie, but they did it on Zoom, reading the characters and doing all of that. But it was Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt, the very first time they've ever done anything together and interacted. So that was one. Let's see what the next one is. Of course, the big one, the vaccine, coming out at the very end of this year.
Do you guys know your place in line? Have you tried that?
I did. I'm like where you are. You guys are.
Yeah.
No,
you did
you've
it.
got to be. You're older. You should be closer.
Excuse you, bitch.
I'm not kidding.
Excuse
I have
you.
2.6 million people in front of me.
Shut your
Probably
fucking
have,
face, Uncle Fucker. You're a cocksucking ass licking Uncle Fucker. Listen to me.
That's how I feel about that.
You're spry.
You're spry. Me?
Spray.
Yeah, you're spry.
Okay.
You should probably get it at 1.5.
I should.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Rudy
2.6.
Giuliani's pop culture stuff with the
The
down
hair.
his face. Yeah.
I have a
Borat
question.
movie. What?
The Four Seasons.
The Four Seasons. Yeah.
What hair product does that?
It's like a
it's-
spray dye,
It's
isn't it?
powder. It's powder. They put the powder to cover up their bald spots.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Okay.
Another big
And
thing.
then they sweat drips.
And then it runs. It's like paint. They just paint their hair. It's so. So another big thing is Meghan Markle and Prince Harry moving to Canada and being so long.
Wait a minute. I thought they moved to California.
No, they're in Canada.
Do they
moved to
have a house
Canada.
here or something?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think they live in LA too.
I don't know. But those are some of them. There was a bunch of other ones on this list, and some of them I'm like, I don't remember that. So there are some of the stuff that happened in 2020. How about you guys? What do you remember positively from this year that happened? Maybe with film, anything within the pop culture realm. Do you guys have any of your favorites from this year?
No.
No. No, it was that bad. Wow.
I would just like to say that I think
Why
it's-
is she
it's
on this
been-
podcast? Why is Bash here? What does he provide? He just brings it to a halt every time. Talk about not entertaining. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
trying to
Go
think.
ahead,
I'm
Nina.
thinking. Go ahead, Nina.
Okay, so what comes to my mind that's positive? I've noticed that this is the year that politically we're seeing a lot of like transgender people. We're seeing a lot of
yes,
and we're seeing a
that's
lot
true.
of minorities being given these positions of power. And I'm just like, if that's the one takeaway, like fucking amen.
Right? Well, that was one of the
yeah.
big things that I know we covered it on our show, especially with the Black Lives Movement that happened and is still happening. And then especially within the trans community, getting more awareness out there seems to have really happened this year. Not as much as it needs to be, but going off what Nina said, it happened this year more than we've seen in the past. So I think that's great. I think it's really
I'm
cool.
for it. I
too.
love it and I'm rooting for it. I want more.
Do you guys want to hear some stuff to look forward to in 2021 that's coming out?
Please.
Yes.
Yes.
This is something I'm very excited about. It is the return of Broadway shows. May 30th, Broadway is opening up. And I was supposed to go see this last March when I went to go visit my brother. It is Plaza Suite with Sarah Jessica Parker and her husband, Matthew Broderick, are starring in it. And it's been on hold for a year. So it's coming back in May. They're going to open it with them two in it. And I love the place, Plaza Suite. So I can't wait to see them two in it. But the return of Broadway, like the Michael Jackson musical is slated to come back by summer. So there's a lot of stuff happening. Even on the West End, they're doing the musical version of Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. That's going to be premiering in the
Ooh,
West
I
End.
love
And
that
I want to
movie.
go see it so bad because I was religious about the movie.
I have a thing to do this afternoon on Disney Plus now.
What?
Bed
That?
Knobs and Broomsticks. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Do you remember that movie, Nina? She's
Don't.
like, no.
Oh, Nina would probably
I'm
like
too
it.
young. She's
Or
like,
not
I'm
at all.
too young.
What is it about?
There's
It sounds
animated
like a bad
fish
porn.
involved.
It sounds like a bad porn
All
name.
right, Eric, you have my attention.
It has Angela Lansbury plays a kooky witch who goes to an animated island where the animals talk and stuff, and there's Nazis in it, right?
There are? I
Yeah,
can't
the
remember
Nazis
that.
come at the end,
Huh.
and she has to
Lord.
battle
I
the
need to get
Nazis.
high
with
and watch
kids.
Have you guys seen Angela Lansbury's workout video?
Yes, it's
No,
hilarious.
Please watch it after this. Oh my god.
Yes.
She's in like
really funny.
she's in like a satin like full bodysuit and she's just this old lady just being really overly sexual and making
Yeah.
really weird yoga moves on
You
the
know who
floor.
does a
It's
parody
awesome.
of it
For
is
it.
Amy Sedaris at Home with
Yes.
Amy Sedaris. Her intro is a copy of that, and she has like full on camel toe and everything. It's hilarious.
It's so funny.
I love that show, and I think
I
they
do
I
just
love
have
too.
Angela
stuff for them.
Lansbury.
I know she's a national treasure.
Is she still alive?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, thank God.
The other thing that's coming in 2021 is the Olympics in Tokyo. That's-
You know,
yeah,
maybe.
maybe we'll see.
I'd be surprised if they still do it.
Yeah, but the big thing in 2021 is the vaccine for COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the number one thing everybody is going
Do
to
you
be
guys-
keeping their eye on. And this
do you
is
guys think
Bash.
people-
Hold on. I have one that I'm curious to know if you know anything about this.
What?
Tom Cruise in space is coming in 2021. What is
I don't
that?
want that. I hope he launches out of our
He's filming
orbit
a
and
movie
away.
aboard the International Space Station.
Ugh.
Why him though?
I know why. Did you
no,
hear
I
his
hate him.
rant about COVID on the set of
Yes.
Mission Impossible?
But I hated him
Yeah.
before that. I can't ever support somebody who denies science in their religion and then is like yelling at people over what science says. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just,
Well,
I
yeah.
agree. I'm just like, ugh, why
Right?
him? Why is he getting any more attention than he already has?
I know. I don't
And why
get
do people
it.
keep giving him movies?
I don't
Thank
get it.
you.
Why?
Nobody wants him anymore.
He produces them himself. He
That's
gives
why.
himself movies. That's
Oh,
why.
there it is. Okay.
Because he's at that
Okay.
celebrity level where he can do that. You
Are
know,
these things
Yeah.
making money though?
I don't. That's a good question. Okay, what is the last Tom Cruise movie you guys remember coming out and being a big thing?
Mission Impossible. Actually, I will say I've
1,
seen
2,
them.
3,
They're pretty
4, 5. Which one? What, there's so many of them.
45, 72, whatever it was. They're actually pretty good movies.
Yeah.
I will give them that.
Well,
And
they
you know me,
follow
I'm-
a formula. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, you guys. I think like Jennifer Garner should assume the role. I liked her in Alias better.
Oh, did you see her in Peppermint though? That just came out on Netflix. They released it. It's an older movie. So bad.
She was good.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of movies.
Every time I talk about Jennifer Garner, I'm just like, what
I
happened?
know you go into yeah. Speaking of movies, a big one came out yesterday that I watched, and I know
Oh,
Bash watched.
yes.
Wonder Woman 84, the sequel to
Okay.
Wonder Woman, came out. Okay, thoughts?
Did we all
Bash?
see it?
Did everybody see it? Did you see it, Nina?
I didn't know.
Did you,
Okay,
Eric?
well, we'll be
I tried to.
we'll be
To be
mummed.
continued. Go, Bash.
Go, Bash. I want to get your take on it first, then I'm going to give my take on this.
Okay,
movie.
Nina, earmuffs. I loved it in the beginning.
Yes.
And I liked the pickup and like where we were and Kristen Wiig's character and
Cheetah.
everything that was going on. And then about halfway through, because I was like doing things around the
Yeah.
house and pausing, and I was keeping an eye on like where I was in the movie the entire time because it's like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And at about an hour and a half, I was like, okay, I can finally settle down and start watching this. And then it just devolved into chaos, just chaos. Like everything was happening all at once. Like it just went so fast. And I was
Yeah.
like, it was so good. And then everything just happened at once. And I feel like they could have done so much more with certain aspects of it to make it a good movie.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a terrible movie. It just wasn't my favorite Wonder Woman.
Well, a lot of people online don't like the film for some reason. This is my take on it. So it's part of the DC universe. DC universe is known for not putting out good superhero movies. They haven't
Wonder
done
Woman's have always been
No, these are the
good.
only things that are saving the franchise: is Man of Steel, the solo Superman movies, and Wonder Woman. That's
See,
it. That's it.
uh,
No, hold on. Superman versus Batman, Aquaman, horrible. Justice League, Suicide Squad, horrible. Birds of Prey, horrible. So if you're comparing Wonder Woman 2 to the DC universe, good movie. But if you're gonna put Wonder Woman 2 up against a Marvel film,
Oh yeah, no.
But
Not even
within
the
the
worst Marvel film.
DC universe, Wonder Woman's like the one in the franchise that is killing it. And I
It
think
was.
this movie, it's good. There's a lot of holes in it. Like, I have to agree. I do wish they gave Cheetah more screen time.
She was on for like fucking 10 minutes.
Yes. And spoiler, I'm glad they didn't make her Cheetah at the beginning and we saw the evolution. But then her storyline is just like, and that's it. You're done with her.
But
And-
it could have been its own standalone had they just didn't.
It
do it
felt
right.
rushed. And why 84? I don't know.
You know why? And the other thing too is like I don't think they picked up on all of the 80s things as well as they could have. Like
Yeah.
you could tell they were just like, oh, Stranger Things is 80s. Let's do that.
Let's do that.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
it-
It felt
it
very
was
just-
forced.
I got halfway through and I was so bored I turned it off.
Oh.
I just couldn't
I
watch
liked
it
the
anymore.
first half and not the second half. I'm so
I
surprised by
enjoyed
that.
the film, but I didn't enjoy it as much as the first Wonder Woman, which is an amazing film. I think one of the best superhero
Nina,
movies.
I have a suggestion, and I don't want to. I think you should do a Wonder Woman costume. I would fucking pay so much money to see that.
Well, yeah.
Well, subscribe to my OnlyFans.
There
I
you
would.
go.
I will immediately.
Immediately.
I will help fund that costume though.
There you go. They could have
'Cause
picked a better villain.
that was the fucking coolest thing about that movie.
The
though,
gold
was
costume or her regular costume?
The gold costume.
The gold
was-
costume was badass. They did a
It-
great job with that.
And it was from the comics, and it was very like Goldar
Yep,
from Power
yep.
Rangers, and I
There was
loved
a
it.
lot. This is the other thing I had a problem with. So I'm a big fan of the comic book aspect of it. They threw a lot of stuff from the comic book in the movie that I was like, this doesn't really do anything. Why is this in this movie? You're
Mm.
just putting it in because maybe for the fan base. I don't know. But all in all, I thought it was good. Not as good as the first one, but it was still entertaining, I thought.
Has there only been one?
Yeah, this is a second
Yeah.
one.
Just one standalone Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
That's all we've gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other
I don't know, but Gal Gadot is a treasure, and I
Oh,
love
she's
her.
good
and
in
I think
it,
she's
though. She's so
unbelievably
pretty.
beautiful, and she's a great actress too.
Yeah, I like her in this one.
Mhm.
And if you have a chance, watch the behind the scenes because there's a lot of stuff with her and Kristen Wiig, and they got a really real close friendship out of the film. And in the back, like the behind the scenes, they are goofing on the blooper stuff is hilarious between the two of them, which I really enjoy. The other movie that I have been obsessed with, and we talked about it briefly on the last show, is Prom, the musical Prom that got turned into a movie on Netflix. And Ryan Murphy was the one who
Yeah.
directed it. Meryl Streep's in it, like tons of people. It is so I wanted to hate it. I really wanted to hate it, but it is so good. Go watch it. If you're a fan of the Broadway show, you're gonna love the movie. And I know
You
people
liked it?
shit on Ryan Murphy, but he knows what he's doing. He knows how to make, especially a musical for TV and film. Because a lot of times the translation from Broadway to film doesn't really work out. But in Prom, he did a great job with it. And if anything, go watch it for Meryl Streep because she's amazing in it. Yeah, that's my thoughts. Yeah, so since we are, I know it's so weird. Since we are ending 2020, what are your last thoughts for the year, you guys? Each of you? If you had to sum up 2020 in one sentence. Anybody? Anybody got it? Rob?
Need a second helping.
A second.
I'm full. I'm good.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
2021 could only get better.
Yeah.
So that's the something.
Mine is like, I kept the receipts. I want a refund. My 30 days are not up. I want a refund.
It's true.
What about you,
Yeah.
Eric?
I think just treat yourself. If you want it, go and buy it. Get the delivery, get the new thing that you want. Just fucking treat yourself. You
Yeah.
deserve it.
What about you, Bashi?
When this shit is over, I'm never gonna say no again.
Oh, I love that. That's how I feel.
Ever. Like if somebody's like, let's go out, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm tired. Never again am I
No.
gonna do that.
I think
Oh,
that's the other thing. I think a lot of people took stuff for granted, and now that we've been in this for a year. I think a lot of people are going to be like, no, spending time with family and friends in person, I think is going to be more treasured coming out of this. For sure. And then what do you guys are looking forward to in 2021? Anything? Getting out of the house?
Traveling.
That's what I was going to say. Traveling. I cannot wait to start traveling again. What about you, Bash?
Upgrading. I'm never gonna skimp on traveling anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fly in commercial.
Yeah.
Gonna go business or
Bougie
first.
bitch.
Fuck it. I have so many points on my card, you guys. I'm fucking set.
How about you, Nina? What are you going to look forward to in 2021?
I'm so excited to start performing again.
Oh,
and the thing is, like, I miss performing, but I miss backstage more. I miss helping people get their costume. I miss shit talking backstage and like that rush and go and like champagne and like put on your costume. Like I miss that atmosphere so much because like that's how I made friends. That's how I made my family was like just the camaraderie backstage. So and then like afterwards, like hanging out with the audience afterwards and having drinks with cast and crew and I miss that so much.
Yeah. I miss that aspect of our show, doing it in person and then like drinking beforehand here and then drinking afterwards and going out after like a show high, like you're all energies up.
I used to get so fucked up on Saturdays. Like I wouldn't even go out at night.
I know.
We would be in bed by like 6 because we were so fucked up. At the end of the
then we were like, we're doing brunch tomorrow, right? We're going to brunch, right?
And then it should be interesting in 2021. Hopefully we'll all be back together again here in the same space recording, and now we've been putting it all on YouTube just in case anybody wants to see it. But it'll be interesting to see how that turns out.
What about you, Robbie? What are you looking forward to in 2021?
All of the above. Like I think like every New Year somebody says like, oh, that was the worst year ever, I can't wait. Well, now we know things can get a lot worse. And I don't want to, I mean, knock on wood, I mean anything could happen, but I miss theater. I miss the stage. I miss going out. Even though I'm not like a go out party person, I'm not kind of like Nina. I'm more of an introvert. But it would be nice to be able to do it once in a while.
Yeah.
So
we can't at all. It sucks, but if it's keeping people safe, then I'd rather do that. But that is it. This is our last episode for 2021. Goodbye, 2021.
Thank God.
Get out of here. How do people find you, Nina? Give them all of your information. And how do people find your OnlyFans?
Okay. So I'm on Instagram and Facebook and you can literally just type my name in. It's just like Nina, BelVande with like underscores in between each name. Like it's like very, very simple. You know, I tried to keep it very simple. My OnlyFans, I think it's just onlyfans.com/Nina Bel Vande. If not, you can find the link in my Instagram, but by all means, please subscribe. I keep it very, very entertaining, but not too risque. It's the private messages that are risque. So like it's a little bit more family friendly. You know, I welcome all ages. But yeah.
Yay! How do people find you, Bashy?
I'm at same number. Oh my God! I've had a bottle of champagne.
What's happening?
Say my name _ Bash on Instagram.
How do people find you, Eric?
I am Party Bear Eric on Instagram.
Bear Eric. You're sticking with that one.
Yeah.
You're not going to change it again? You've changed it like how many times this year? But you can catch the podcast every week anywhere you get podcasts. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Leave us a great review and a 5-star rating. You can watch us every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. on Out at TV. They have such good programming on there. You can check out their other shows. Shit Show with Grotesca, who's been on our show before, and Kev, and Drags and Murder, where we had the host of that show on this show. So they have a lot of good content. Check out TV. You can see this show and our sister show, Film Springa, which happens every Friday night on there at 8 p.m. You can follow me. It's Tony_Baloney_Macaroni. You can follow the podcast at Who Invited Her _podcast on Instagram and Who Invited Her SD on Twitter and Facebook. And you can always watch us live every Saturday, 12:30 on our YouTube channel. And that is it for us. So have a great rest of the year. And hopefully 2021 is going to get a lot better. But that is it for us. Thank you so much, Nina, for hanging out with us. And
Thanks, Nina.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And that's it. Rob, is our music playing? Oh, sorry.
Tony, hit play.
It's taking forever. But we'll have music. But that is it for us. We will see everybody next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Happy New Year.